Okay, so here we are, guys, live again, kicking off the ESWC stream. We have AGAiN about to play Navi on what appears to be D train. Kind of waiting on AGAiN to join the server right now. So we're just sitting here, kind of waiting for everything to go. But Corey, who do you think has the advantage if this map were to be played on train? Obviously, AGAiN took out Navi, and one of the more recent tournaments, I believe, is SEC. How do you feel about this map?
I mean, I feel like this map, even though AGAiN won the last one, kind of got to give the advantage to Navi. They've proven to be probably one of the best train teams of all time, and I feel like the antics that FX used in the last matchup on train, they won basically primarily because of their T side, which I don't think Navi are going to fall for the same tricks twice. They're going to review that demo. You know, they're going to see what FX did, what not to do, make sure that those same things don't happen again. So I feel like if FX want to win this match, or AGAiN, sorry, they're going to have to come up with a big CT side, because I don't think they're going to get as many on T.
Yeah, I really agree with that. We mentioned it yesterday that the SEC match from the last tournament in Poland, where these two teams met, AGAiN played really aggressive on Navi, which is not a lot of teams were doing throughout 2010. A lot of teams were giving Navi so much credit because they were just dominant in every tournament, and AGAiN just treated them like it was an ESCA pug almost, or just total noobs they were playing, and I can't see them being able to do that to Navi again.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to expect that Navi are going to learn from those mistakes that happened last time. I mean, the finals were only like, what, 2 weeks ago for the SEC finals? So Navi have probably had some time to reflect on that loss and come up with some new tactics. Got almost everyone in the server, I think. I'm just waiting for them to knife and then go live.
Might be one of the only times I've ever seen Navi beat another team into a server. Kind of weird here.
Yeah, they definitely aren't known for their timely presence. Admins have got mad at Navi before, but like most top teams in the world, you kind of get that, you know, benefit of the doubt most of the time, especially when you're the best team in the world. Which kind of sucks for the other teams that do show up on time and, you know, they are ready. It's kind of unfair when a team can kind of show up late, just take too many, like, way more breaks.
So going through each of the maps, who do you think could win each map for the main 6 maps out of this matchup? What maps favor which team?
I feel like Navi's probably a favorite on Train. They are probably still a favorite on Inferno. I mean, those two I definitely think they're favorites on. Mirage also probably favorites on. I don't know if I've ever seen FX play Mirage. But on the other hand, you have AGAiN playing Forge really well in the last couple tournaments. I believe they beat Navi on it pretty badly, around like 16-8 or 16-7, I believe. So they definitely have the edge on Forge. They definitely have the edge on Nuke. As everyone knows, Navi's kind of weak on that map. When you bring it down to a map like Tuscan, they're definitely going to throw that map, so there's no point in even talking about it. I don't think FX, for any reason, would want to leave that map in. I don't think they ever have had a good match on it in this lineup.
And I mean, Navi, I can't even remember the last time I saw Navi lose a T-side half on Tuscan. I know WinFact played really well against them on Tuscan, but That's about the only time I've ever seen something like that happen. Navi is an insanely good Tuscan team.
Yeah, and then the last map's Dust 2, which, I mean, if FX can play that same kind of way and kind of punch Navi, you'd say that it might favor them, but I don't think Navi's going to let those random pushes and stuff work on them again. But I mean, you never know what happens if people are hitting their shots.
Let's see. So right now it looks like we do have 10 players in the server, just waiting for the teams to ready up here. Breaking down this match to start off, who do you think are going to be the standout players from each team here going into the match?
I mean, from AGAiN, you gotta figure Neo and Pasha and Taz are the three core players. I mean, on a map like Train, Taz really is one of the better inner players. I mean, he rivals Zeus at that position. So they both have super good inner players, but I think Taz individually is a bit better than Zeus. Neo's just known for, you know, that ladder movement outside, you know, making those weird movement plays that you don't see a lot of people make. Super good at that cove heaven area, and then Pasha upping the backside. So I'd say those three players are the key for AGAiN on the side, and then on Navi, I mean, it's basically a lot of their CT halves rely on Markelov getting those picks at the backside. The last time we saw FX play, they weren't letting Markelov get those picks, but if he can get those picks, I think he's going to be the most decisive player in the server, followed by Edward and then Starks. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel if it's Train, Starks generally has a pretty decent impact on Train. I like his chances to be an impact player in the match. Obviously, Markelov, we've seen him just dominate teams with up on Train. As far as AGAiN goes, I like Pasha and Neo to probably stand out here on Train, whereas if it were a map like Nuke or Close Quarter map or something like that, I would see Taz having a standout game.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really see many standout games anymore from Kuban and Lord, who seem to just have taken the roles of kind of like the bitchier roles of the team as of late.
Yeah, I think with the addition of Pasha on this team, the roles have really changed to kind of make those three the star players, kind of just putting them in the spotlight. Lord will often be lurking around, and Kuban's just kind of throwing flashes and doing his typical strat caller type role. Lord is known for being pretty clutch, though.
Just making a last-second dream team change here. Gonna go all Navi. Make a last-second push for not last place in my leagues.
Yeah, what you said about Starks having a good CT side, he's actually in 2010 was the best statistical CT train, or not CT, but just train player overall. So that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, going into that 2010 Top Player of the Year vote that HL2E came out with, where Markelov was actually the top player of 2010, I kept thinking it would be Starks. Every time I would watch a tournament, Starks would just dominate people. And at Arbalete Dallas, he really had a crazy tournament, and I would watch him. He played fantastic at that tournament. Edward had a kind of up and down year. He dominated the early part of the year. Towards the middle, towards the end, he kind of evened out. So I thought Starks would definitely be up there in the top 1 or 2 players, but apparently other people didn't feel that way. Gave it to Markoloff.
Yeah, I definitely think Starks had a huge impact that last year, but I mean Markoloff did have those huge final performances, I guess. Which I know a lot of people were impressed by. Both teams, 10 in the server, both on the sides. They gotta be getting ready to knife pretty soon. 6,000 specs. Not bad. No maps released yet. I mean, they must know the map rotation, but they haven't released it yet, I guess, on HL2.org. Everyone's tagged up.
Yeah, we have everyone tagged up in the server. We're probably going to go live soon here. Do you think AGAiN is going to be playing aggressive on this map, even though it's train? I mean, there's not much you can do that's super aggressive on train, like Dust 2. It doesn't really allow for you to push in the same way as Dust 2, unless you're pushing in to Whitehall, which would be quite insane.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too much CT aggressiveness by AGAiN, but you got to figure their T side's going to probably be looking pretty aggressive like last time.
Yeah. Pasha, I've always feel like can make very aggressive plays, and when he first joined AGAiN, I actually thought Pasha was a completely terrible fit for the team. I totally didn't like the play by AGAiN to add him to the team, and now he's just really blossomed into like one of their top players on the team. He's just a perfect fit, actually, in my opinion. So I was completely wrong about Pasha's addition to start off. Now I honestly think AGAiN might be the top team in the world over SK.
Alright, and here the LO3 is going live. I don't know if they're it looks like it's live, right? I don't think they're knife round.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be a knife round. I think there's a knife round on the third map.
Oh yeah, it's probably...
Yeah, so this is likely AGAiN's choice at the map, since they're starting CT.
It might be Navi.
Or Navi's, actually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Navi's is what I meant to say, because AGAiN picks the side. Looks like Edward's going to go ahead and jump out mid. Oh, gets one-shotted by Pasha, who's in hell.
Oh, Pasha, a huge second frag on Essen to come up the ladder. Can he get the third guy?
We have 3 AGAiN players in the hell area right now, and just completely demolishing the Navi rush. It's kind of a weird setup by AGAiN, actually. Very not standard to see 3 people over in that hell area. A CT. And they're just going to hunt this last guy down. Sarg's trying to run away.
Yeah. I mean, after Edward got destroyed on that initial pick, it really ruined their strat, I think. The ladder guys just ran out, and there was no pressure on the other side from anyone. So
no, that's a pretty insane shot by Pasha, who is in hell, who also had 2 players right behind him. I'm not sure of the last time I've seen 3 CT players in the hell area on a pistol round. It's kind of
pretty odd. Starks is actually AFK in spawn. I don't know what's doing this. Here he is.
Kubin spotting inner right now. Navi looks to get an eco rush inner going right now. Zeus crosses. And a bunny hop down lower right here. Kubin, wow!
Huge block.
Two eco frags right here. Navi looks to take the site and plant the bomb right now. It's hard to see them winning this round, though, considering they all still have Glocks, but either way, just a very successful eco round.
It was actually a pretty funny shot from Starks. He gooshed that guy straight from the lower ramp.
Oh, and he actually gets Neo down to 21 HP.
I mean, you gotta figure Navi's gonna buy here with this type of bomb down, 2 kills. Unless they want Markov to get that off.
You don't really see stuff like that happen on full eco.